Hi there. I am going to be discussing Simon Sinek's How Leaders Inspire Us. This is journal number 5 for EDOL 721. Um, I think this was an interesting piece. Sinek brings up a lot of great ideas that leaders in any organization can really use to maximize their output, maximize their success and their growth in any industry. And really, what I understood from Sinek was just that if we as leaders don't understand what we do, how are we to expect our consumers, our stakeholders, to buy what we're selling? Um, Repeatedly throughout the 15-minute video, Sinek constantly repeats the quote, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." And he, demonstrates that with a cute little diagram. We have why in the center, then we zoom out the lens and it's how, and then we go even larger and it's what. And he said most industries, most organizations, they work from the outside in. So they tackle what you're creating, how they've created it, and then why they created it. But he makes it a point to demonstrate the idea that um, successful businesses like Apple, for example, they work from the inside out. They communicate their why, then their how, then their what. What being they make really great tech products like MP3 players or TVs or computers, laptops, that sort of thing. Um, I actually work in student services, so that example is not lost on me. But moving from tech industry to education, working in student services, it's so important to understand that we are there first and foremost for students. And once we get that line of thinking across the board for internal and external stakeholders, our mission and vision just becomes so easy. It's really just about how can we develop and procure tools that complement our goals? How can we capitalize on what we are already doing so well? So I think there is a lot of merit to what Seneca was saying because he really makes us think as leaders. If we are dedicated, if we choose to dedicate ourselves to a certain craft, um, we really need to understand the ins and outs of what that entails. So, for example, he brought up also Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech, and he said people did not show up at that speech because they were there for Martin Luther King Jr. They were there for themselves, and it's because of the rhetoric and the way that um, Dr. Martin Luther Jr. was able to communicate the idea that this is a push for all of us. This is going to be beneficial for all of us. Equality is not something that can just be, and I'm completely, paraphrasing here, but really the idea was to form a connection with the audience. And, Senex even said in that one speech, there were 25% of the audience were white men and women. So that really demonstrates the idea that if true leaders really find out what inspires us, then that is going to be the ultimate way to capture our audience's attention and our stakeholders' attention. So I thought that that was, a really great point that I hope to employ in my own leadership down the line. Thank you.